Hello, everybody. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching A Discovery of Witches, Season 3, Episode 6, the penultimate episode of the series. Okay, we're finally cooking with gas.
Yes.
This is the episode I've liked the most since, like, the 4th episode of the series.
I agree.
Okay, super good. I liked it a lot. Lots of stuff came around. We did deal with some of the stuff, and then the last episode feels like it's going to be this final showdown. And I honestly feel like the final showdown is going to maybe take 20 minutes, and then the rest is going to be like post stuff. So, okay, let's get into it. Number 1, Peter Knox is dead.
Yay! Finally! And
Sarah fucking elevated.
The kitchen witch said dinner is over.
Amazing. It was so great. She just was like, he was taunting and being ridiculous, and she was calling the wind to her, and then he was like, you don't have the power, and she was like, yeah, maybe, but I have a spell. And she was like, scatter him to the corners of the earth.
It was amazing.
So good. Loved every minute of it. And then Diana helped her a little, like push the spell together. Super great. Loved it.
Yeah.
100%. That's the thing, is like, I'm glad that I really liked this episode, and at the risk of them having sort of spread it out so I felt more even about the rest of the episodes, I guess. I feel like some of the awesome shit in this episode should have been sprinkled through previous stuff.
I agree.
But at the same time, it's like, I think I prefer loving this episode to feeling mediocre about the whole season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
The thing with Peter Knox happened after Diana put the book back together. She went to Oxford. She tried to call the book. It was missing. And then she heard the whispers. She asked the lady to check the lift, the dumbwaiter thing again. And she did, and it was there. And she put all the pages back, and then she absorbed all of it into herself.
So she is the Book of Breathings now, effectively.
She is the Book of Life, yeah. Super cool, super interesting. She did, though, obviously it sent out a shockwave, and it sort of notified all the witches around. So everybody kind of knows what she's done. But I loved it. They also stole it, which is, like, I don't know how. It's useless now. Obviously.
Yeah, because Sarah opened it and there's nothing in there.
But at the same time, it belongs to Oxford. So I don't know.
Well, but technically it doesn't, because on their books it says that it's missing.
Sure.
So it's always been missing, but that was like the whole thing, because Peter Knox, like way back in the beginning when all of this started, it only showed itself to Diana.
Yeah.
So they've never been able to get it. So it doesn't really belong to anyone except for Diana, because she's prophesized to have it.
I will say, too, I said it out there, I'll say it again. This is the most I've liked Peter Knox the entire series.
He was a mess.
Raging on this, helipad. Oh, my God. It was hysterically funny, where he just was like, give me the fucking book! And he was, so mad, and oh, man.
Just all unkept. His bow tie is untied. His shirt was sticking out from the bottom of his vest.
Funny.
Yeah, it's just in pieces. And I'm glad that it was just really straightforward, because I thought we were going to have a fight in Oxford.
Yeah.
And a big showdown with them. And it was just, nope. He showed up drunk as hell, I guess, to the helipad and was just like, just fucking give it to me.
I am glad that we didn't have a battle in Oxford. Yeah. I was a little worried about that as well. We also got Gallowglass back. Fernando went ahead to Oxford to go find Gallowglass, who just
getting tatted.
He was some of them it appeared he already had, but he's really living for Diana with the fire drake that he got tattooed on his one arm. That's her spirit animal from season 2. She did a whole spell in the cave. Yeah, he's just
my guy. What are you doing?
He's really in it.
Why though? We've had no information about. Oh my God. Okay.
If I recall correctly, it comes pretty out of nowhere in the book as well. How into her.
Is it because he's spent centuries romanticizing her, so he's in love with the idea of her?
Well, so they spent several months together in the 1600s. So they know each other.
Okay.
But then Philippe was like, you need to watch out for her. And so then he spent 400 years waiting for her, and then 30-ish years watching her.
Oh.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much for sure. So what else did we get accomplished? Well, Matthew spent the entire time driving through Poland, and then he finally got to the place where Benjamin was keeping Lena and the other witches, and it turns out it is the same facility. I don't know how it's still standing.
I mean, it's in what's the word I'm looking for?
It's in ruins.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same facility where Philippe was tortured by witches during the Holocaust.
Witches or the Nazis? I thought that was the Nazis.
No, it was witches. That's why Isabeau doesn't like witches.
Oh.
Why she was so cold to Diana at first. It was, I mean, they might have been Nazi witches, but they were witches for sure.
My God.
They fight for a little while, and Matthew doesn't end it fast enough. So Sept-Tours arrives and puts him in like a whatever, some sort of stasis, and then they are now working together, Benjamin and Sept-Tours, to like because Matthew's already there, and so now they need Diana to come so that they can kill them both for whatever reason.
Well, and so Sept-Tours, she's standing in the room, and she was like, "You've hurt witches here," and he's just kind of like,
eh?
And so it's just like, why are you helping?
I don't know.
Someone who is hurting your kind.
I don't know. I think maybe at this point he's a means to an end. She just wants Diana,
but God,
she also was totally right because she was like, they're not going to come alone. Diana's going to bring help. We should prepare. And I'm like, there's only two of you. I don't think you're going to be prepared enough.
No. And again, Benjamin is a threat. He is dangerous. Why are we affording him a death of honor?
No, yeah. Well, Matthew is just one of those. I get so annoyed at it in like everything that comes around, which honestly, I've been thinking about it actually while we've been watching today. It's the reason why I think I'm enjoying the ACOTAR series so much, because there was also in the previous episode, Diana said something about like, I need you to let me fight. And Matthew was like, absolutely not. And it's like the thing where it's like the first time I've ever read a series of books with like a female protagonist where like the male counterpart doesn't lock her away in a tower once they're together. He's like, yeah, 100% fight. You have more powers than I do.
Yeah,
Let's
Hundo
do
P.
it.
You're Hundo P. You are a weapon that you bring a lot to the table. So I'd be an idiot to say no.
So I'm at the point where I'm like, Diana like can incapacitate all the vampires. Yeah. Right? Like, that, right? Like, why is she not, like, she is the queen on this chessboard and you're not treating her like that. And so it's like super frustrating. So at the end of the episode, we get another video. Man, I feel like Benjamin just really wanted to break into Hollywood and couldn't make it happen.
Yeah. Ugh.
And Matthew is being drained slowly while being kept alive with a drug of Benjamin's making. Sure. I'll allow it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird. But regardless, they are obvious. Like, we knew it was going to happen. They're going to go there to Poland and they're going to have their last showdown there. And they're going to bring fucking everybody with them.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
And then the last thing that occurred in this episode is that Domenico went kind of
rogue,
off the rails.
Yeah.
He has been in league with Benjamin for centuries.
Joubert has.
God damn it. I feel like his name should be Domenico, the old white one. I don't know why. It just feels right. But then I don't know what I think Domenico's name should actually be. Regardless. Yeah. Joubert. Again, just assume when I say Domenico, I mean Joubert. I really have no complaints about Domenico. I think he's great. He's hot. He knows how to dress himself. He knows how to move his arms like a human person. Yeah. Unlike the guy that's playing Baldwin. So, okay. Joubert has gone off the rails. And he has been working with Benjamin for centuries. And he he sort of instigated the blood rage in him and sent him on all these killings. So maybe they weren't Jack, the Oxford killings?
I think he sanctioned the blood rage killings.
Okay, all right.
So because the intensity has died down for Benjamin, but Jack was still kind of new-ish for them. I think he was using Jack to do that. But so he gave Benjamin his blessing to do that.
And so basically the point was to undermine Baldwin and the de Clermonts so that he could get a stranglehold on the council. They're also voting for Agatha's removal from the congregation.
Which I call bullshit big time. Which, I mean, of course, because she has common fucking sense and she's questioning them. But
and she also they said her like vocal support of Diana was the reason why. And I guess Jabert was like speaking to the other 2 demons on the council who were going to support him in asking for Agatha to be removed. So I don't think it's going to work, obviously.
I don't think so either.
But I think it was interesting then that Domenico, and I mean at that time, went to Baldwin and was like, hey, you should know that this has all been on purpose and it's like to damage you specifically and make sure that like the de Clermonts are outcasts and you can't, have any power or whatever. So I like that Domenico is sort of like, no, I don't want to have a war. So like, let me disperse the information at my disposal to kind of like help us avoid this.
Yeah, I mean, Domenico is not one to be trusted, but if anything, he has his own sense of self-preservation.
So I get a very Spike vibe from him.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very like, you're trying to end the world, but I live here.
Yeah.
And I'd like the world to continue.
Yeah, don't fuck up my house, please. Thank you. So he's going to make the right decision. And he even, like, Baldwin was like, well, what do you want in return? And he's like, nothing. I know. I don't recognize myself.
Shockingly, I don't want anything. It's real. It's been a weird day for me.
Yeah. And then he was just like, okay, bye. And then just left.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love to see it. So I'm very interested about the finale now that we've had this really excellent episode. And then Diana was like trying to copy down all of the Book of Life stuff with not Sophie, Phoebe, and Chris.
Miriam.
I thought Phoebe was there too. Phoebe's the one that's been helping her be historical.
Phoebe like hugged her when they got there, but when she was like writing everything down, it was Miriam and Chris. It was
Miriam and Chris. Okay, so that must be helping with the genetics and the blood rage and stuff.
Because she's saying that that everyone is connected, but there's a missing piece, and she doesn't know like the one thing that it is, and it's probably love or something. Yeah, we'll figure it out as she's like exploding.
Yeah.
So.
Exploding back into a fire drake and just decimating the entire
I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited because now that everyone's going to Poland, it should be super fun and interesting. Yeah. So I am very excited to watch the finale.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Stick around and we'll be back next week.
Bye.